Are you not getting the attention that your artwork deserves? Are you just uploading your artwork to a choir of crickets? Can you just not seem to get any kind of traction with your artwork? Well, there's a lot of people just like you who are really confused on how to grow their following on DeviantArt. And today I want to give you some practical knowledge, tips and tricks on how to grow your following and gain more attention for your artwork that it deserves. And it's going to start right now. What's up, y'all? This is the Art Mentor. My name is Sean, and welcome back to another Art Talk. So if you've been a long-time user of DeviantArt, just like I have, then you're definitely gonna notice in the last 2 or 3 years, there's been a pretty significant upheaval of how the platform works and how users are able to grow a following and get attention, get eyes on their artwork. And there are some things that people are not doing, and there's literally no direction, no tutorials on how to do this. So in order for you to maximize the searchability and the relevance of your artwork, definitely watch this video all the way through for 3 major tips on how to make your artwork more readily seen and get better attention for it. So to start off this tutorial today, what I want to do first is I want to show you what you should be doing in the submission process. Everything that I'm showing you today, by the way, these are all things that I've discovered pretty recently, and they've allowed me to get a lot more eyes and attention on my artwork, and I know it's going to do the same thing for you. So let's check this out. So here I have my fan art of Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII Remake I did a while ago, and I'm going to pretend that I'm going to resubmit this just to show you what you should be doing when you upload your artwork to DeviantArt. Now, one of the simplest things that you can do other than uploading your artwork on here is what you put in your description. You should definitely be asking questions in your description. There's a really quick and easy way for you to get people to actually reach out to you instead of just passively looking at your artwork and saying, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, and hit the favorite button. Let's move forward onto things that you probably aren't doing or you're not doing properly in order to get organic growth. Now, if you're new to DeviantArt, or if you are one of the people that have been griping and complaining about the Eclipse update, here's one of the biggest changes. Right after the tags down here, there used to be a section called categories. And this is where you could actually select your artwork in order to go into one of multiple categories. So if it was concept art, if it was comic book art, if it was photography, if it was sculpture, this is where you would do it. And this allowed you to more easily get your artwork actually seen. In the more recent updates though, they got rid of this. And this has left a lot of users really confused, and they just kind of feel like they can't get any eyes on the artwork. But it still exists, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Now, they got rid of categories, but they did not really get rid of them. They just didn't allow you to directly upload it to select categories. So here is how you can circumnavigate that and get your artwork into them. So your overall objective here when you're uploading your artwork is to get your artwork seen in one of these topics. This is one of the #1 things that people are not doing anymore as of the Eclipse updates. So when you scroll through all of these, what you want to make sure that you're doing in the tags, you need to put these topics into your tags. It's really just that simple. So just go ahead and throw in there every single topic that yours potentially relates to. Now look, you should definitely not oversaturate it because it won't get picked up well. So the first thing I'm going to do in my tags is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to include the tags for those topics. That will more easily ensure that there is a higher percentage chance that this artwork that I'm about to upload right now is going to be seen in those topics. So here you can see that I've gone ahead and I've added my tags as far as what topics this artwork fits into. And this is, again, the most important thing that you need to do when you're uploading your artwork to the DeviantArt platform, because if not, then there's little to no chance of your artwork ever getting picked up or displayed on any big page where just a bunch of people are gonna see it. So here you can see how I've gone ahead and I've just added in any type of keyword here into my tags that will allow this artwork to pop up anytime that anybody's going to search for anything remotely related to it. And this is going to be, again, your general strategy for how you want to utilize tags, because this will just improve your search optimization. And you would normally at this point, I would go ahead and submit it, but I'm not going to do that because, again, I've already done this. But what I want to show you is how I've done this with other artworks as well. So here's one of my most recent artworks. I love to do Dungeons and Dragons character artwork. just like this. So this is a commission for a client, and I utilize the same exact strategy that I'm teaching y'all right here. Let me show you how this went for me. So on this one singular artwork, which was uploaded just a few weeks ago, I've gotten 184 favorites, got some comments, and I've got 9,000 views. That's a lot of views on this one singular artwork. And you can see how my tags have been utilized for this as well. You can see the tags I've used for my different topics. You can also see my specific tags that pertain to just a singular artwork as well. And you can see how I've also gone ahead and I've put in there, hey, DM me if you'd like me to make your Dungeons and Dragons character as well. And from this artwork, I actually got 3 commissions off of it. So I got a lot more eyes on it, and I got a lot more attention, and I definitely got some, I think I got like 60 different subscribers just from this one singular artwork and utilizing this fashion. So you should definitely do it too. But listen, y'all, we're not done yet. There are some major things that you need to do in order to reach this level and to succeed this level of it as well. So let's jump into that right now. Hey, how am I doing on this so far? Definitely let me know down below in the comments because I love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, definitely don't hesitate to ask me as well. I will definitely get back to you. Let's continue. Now, the second tip I want to talk to y'all about is how you can use groups to get your artwork seen more frequently. Now, with the advent of DeviantArt Eclipse, they've definitely gone away from the category system significantly, and instead, what they themselves as a company, what DeviantArt has been telling its users is instead, you need to utilize the groups in order to get your artwork seen by more eyes and more people on its platform. One of the best parts about this is how the DeviantArt Eclipse update has restructured how you can upload your artwork to groups. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, in the past, it really sucked. It was a pain. What you had to do here is you had to scroll all the way down to your profile and you had to click on each one of these, and then you had to go into their individual submission folders, and it was kind of a pain because in all honesty, all the groups were totally different. But now it's super easy. So on your artwork itself, you can go ahead and click right here, this little double head icon, and this will pull up all of the groups that you are a member of. So if you are not a part of the groups, definitely go ahead and get yourself added into as many groups as possible for the type of artwork that you like to create. If you like to create concept art, if you like to create character art, if you like to do fantasy artwork, if you like to do Dungeons and Dragons artwork, if you do comics, if you like to draw Marvel characters, if, I'm not judging you for this, but I am, if you like to do furry artwork, all of these things, go ahead and get yourself into as many different groups as possible. Now, my personal preference is I'm not going to want to be part of any group unless it has at least 1,000 members, because those are 1,000 eyes on my artwork potentially. And I'm really thinking about this as a strategy when I'm joining a group, not just a social aspect to it as well. So I want to be part of groups that are as big as possible. So definitely make sure that when you're searching for groups that you do this as well. When you go ahead and you pull up your little icon for add to group here, you can actually go into each one of them and you can select which one you'd like to have yours be a part of. And this is incredibly easy. And it'll tell me right here, I've already submitted it to this folder, so it's not that big of a deal here. But for you, yeah, you can just continuously do this process of clicking on this and then going in here, and you can go and go and go endlessly. So this is a really easy way to do this. And again, you're extending the reach of your artwork significantly by adding it to as many groups as possible. So definitely use groups to extend your reach as much as possible too. This will, again, ensure that you get maximum amount of exposure, maximum amount of views on your artwork. Now, the last and final tip I have for you in order to gain an organic growth on DeviantArt is to display your stuff as often as possible, every single time that you do something new, in the DeviantArt THUMBSHARE forum, which I'm showing to you right here. So this is basically just a place in the forum section on DeviantArt where you can come and people will put up threads for you to just display your artwork. This is a place where a lot of artists will come, especially newer artists seeking to also grow their sphere of influence on DeviantArt, and they'll want to see what artwork you've made. This is an excellent place for you to gain followers. This is an excellent place for you to gain comments and favorites, and just to build connections with other artists. And I've been doing this literally since I started on this platform years and years ago. And I found that this is a really awesome way for you to start to just gain a good footing on this platform overall. And this is something that I'm gonna say is really not prevalent in most other social media platforms. Like, there's no place on Instagram you can go like this. This does not exist. You have to pay for promotion. So DeviantArt here set up this forum for you to do this completely revenue free. You don't have to pay for it, which is awesome. Now, if you're a core member too, there's also a separate section, I think it's called the lounge or something like that. And that is where you can also display this with other core members as well. There's no real big difference between being a core member or a non-core member. You can definitely experience the same level of growth regardless. But overall, this is also a really excellent place for you to come and get some free exposure for your artwork. So now that you know the best practices for uploading your artwork, you can definitely experience some better growth, more engagement, more followers, more faves, and more llamas too on DeviantArt. Hey, if you want to learn more about how to do better on DeviantArt, how to get commissions and all that too, definitely check out the rest of my art talks so I can give you some practical advice and knowledge so that you can grow your sphere of influence and you can grow your art business as well. Thanks so much for watching. This has also been the Art Mentor. See you next time.